Okay, so Taylor Swift has the NFL on notice as her economic dominance spreads. If you're not familiar with what's going on, Taylor Swift is, does anybody not know who Taylor Swift is?
No, we know.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Goldie's just said he did not know.
I know who Taylor Swift
Okay,
is.
my guy.
Come on.
I'm just making sure. Angela?
I know Taylor Swift.
Okay, good. All right. Ladies? We all know Taylor
yes.
Swift. Good.
Yeah.
We're all living in. Does anybody not know Travis Kelce?
Honestly,
I know
no.
now because of her.
You know now.
More
There
of
you
a
go.
fan of Travis.
Did
than
anybody
Taylor
know?
for me.
Did anybody here know who he was prior to 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
No.
I still don't know.
I did.
who he
You
was.
still okay?
I
so
like football, so.
everyone knew
Is he dating
Taylor.
her?
Nobody knew Travis. Got it.
Yeah.
So Taylor Swift has the NFL on notice as her economic dominance spreads. We got that. So the question is this real? Is this real love, these two lovebirds
No.
together, or is this manufactured? I'm going to give you my case. You guys are going to be the jury. You guys are going to weigh in. You're going to ask questions. And the people at home, you're also going to obviously weigh in and let me know your thoughts. So we all know that she's a megastar, okay? She's the power of the Swiftie fan base is insane. It's moving markets. It's moving tickets. It's moving the world around, okay? You saw what happened with the Ticketmaster debacle when people tried to buy tickets. This is when her tour began to kick off. It's like 6 months ago. Ticketmaster shut down. She is an economic powerhouse to be reckoned with and an absolute cash cow. Keyword, cash cow, okay? So she kicks off her Eras tour. Malik, you have that? So she kicks off her Eras tour. So her Eras tour kickoff cemented her legacy, and she's only just begun. Okay, Swift marked the first stop at the stadium in Glendale, Arizona, with deep cuts, knowing winks, and a literal dive into her catalog. So she's out there on tour as we speak. Name a bigger pop star than her these days. Maybe Beyonce, maybe Rihanna, maybe none of them compared to Taylor Swift. Is she the biggest name in the world right now of music?
I think she's like shattering every record
Okay,
right now.
so she's on top of the world. None of you ladies, let's pan. Nobody's objecting. Got it. Okay. So she's got this Eras tour. Here's some numbers for you. The resale tickets are going for $3,800 a pop. They're expected to generate $4.5 billion of sales in the U.S. alone. Got it. It's become so outrageous that the Fed, like the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, like that runs our banking system, that is responsible for interest rates and inflation and cooling inflation, has basically weighed in on this and said, yeah, according to the Fed, her concerts have a major impact on local economies and have increased hotel revenue in any city she's going. You know you're making moves when Jerome Powell is sticking his neck in here and being like, yeah, that Taylor Swift, she's really moving markets like she's freaking Google. Okay, so on top of that, the Eras Tour has a movie that's associated with this $4.5 billion sale-generated ticket sale. The movie is expected to make at least $100 million at the box office, which is bolstering a struggling Hollywood box office industry. We all know what's happened with the movie industry over the last handful of years. So that's what's going on in her world, okay? So she's dominating, no doubt, okay? But when you dominate, do you just say, I want to dominate a little bit, or do I want to dominate a lot of it? What do you guys think? A little bit or a lot of it?
A lot.
A lot?
Dominate means a lot. Dominate means you're the top.
Okay, yeah? Just
Yes.
getting your guys' thoughts on this.
Yeah.
So she dominates in the, let's say, female 12 to 35 range. Dominates. Is anyone here above 35? Perfect. So she's dominating you ladies. Taylor Swift is now 33. She's going to be 34 in December. She's a millennial, but now she's playing to Gen Z, but the women love her. But there's not a lot of dudes going to Taylor Swift concerts. Not a lot of straight dudes, not a lot of alpha dudes that you were talking about, right?
Right.
The kind of guy you want in your life.
I'm in my head. I have an idea as to where you're going with this, but
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
You. Like your ex-boyfriend.
Right.
The
Well,
guy
that's
you
what I
want.
think's going on. I think
he's
they're
probably
blending
not
the two worlds,
listening
but
to Shake It Off
Right.
when he's working out in the gym.
Right.
I don't know. So she ends up dating this guy, Travis Kelce, tight end, literally and figuratively. plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. They won a Super Bowl. Malik, play this article real quick. So the NFL is now defending its focus on the Swift-Kelce pop cultural moment. So meaning the NFL is now embracing this. They're like, okay, I see what's going on here, guys. We got some good stuff going on here. Let's lean into this thing a little bit. So here's some numbers for you. The NFL is now on notice as their economic dominance spreads. We all know that the NFL has printed billions. I think the NFL is worth hundreds of billions of dollars. Obviously, each team is worth $1 billion, $2 billion, $3 billion, $5 billion bucks. But the Kansas City Chiefs games have significantly boosted the league's popularity, especially, ready for it, in the female demo, specifically 12 to 18. So according to this article right here, which has Travis Kelce, go pull it up, Malik. Scroll down. Was this the article I was going to read?
Yes.
Okay. Keep going down, buddy. Okay. So Kelce opened up on his thoughts about celebrity coverage by the NFL and its broadcast in the latest episode of his podcast, New Heights, with his brother, Jason Kelce, and thinks it needs to calm down, okay? Asked about the attention placed on him and Swift, Kelce said, scroll up, I think it's fun when they show who's at the game. I think it, Malik? Okay. But I think they are overdoing it. All right, that's his words. Gotcha. Guys, you with me now, guys? You see what's going on here right now? Mm-hmm. She's dominating. She's making billions. She's worth $750 million. Her tour is about to make $4.5 billion. Okay, now she's taking on the NFL, and they're overdoing it. Okay, got it. There's one more article right there about the NFL, right? So the NFL and Travis Kelce is benefiting from the Taylor Swift effect. Got it. So now there's men that know Taylor Swift's music. We're talking, I'm a grown-ass man. I've never talked about Taylor Swift once on this show, okay? Travis Kelce, none of you guys have heard about Travis Kelce before this. But apparently these two are now dating and they're madly in love.
Hey.
I'm going to reserve my opinion. I want to get your guys' thoughts on this, especially the ladies, and Goldie's going to help me judge the ladies. Goldie, you cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So our CEO, Patrick Bet-David, who owns this building, I co-host him, he wrote a book called Your Next 5 Moves. All right? Any business planner isn't just thinking about the next move or the next move. You're thinking 5, 10, 15 moves ahead. I think Taylor's doing that, okay? So Taylor is now 33. She's about to be 34 soon, okay? She's a global superstar. She's on a world tour. She's going to become a billionaire very soon. She's worth $750 million. You can bank on that. So I want to know, from your ladies' perspectives, put yourself in her shoes. Be a woman. I don't know what it's like to be a woman, especially who's 33. I want to know what her next 5 moves are. Meaning, is she going to settle down anytime soon? Is she going to get married? Is she going to want to have kids? You guys are the experts. You're the women. I want to know each one of your guys' thoughts of what you think Taylor Swift is going to be doing with all that money. But is she going to be a family woman? Is she going to settle down? Does she dream of getting $2 billion, $5 billion, $10 billion? I know you guys don't know Taylor, but you guys are women and you know female nature. So I'm going to use you guys as an expertise in this subject. Okay. Who's going first? You are. Go ahead.
Okay.
What's going on in Taylor's mind? 33, about to be 34.
I think it's a little bit above just like Taylor Swift and the NFL making money. I feel like it's like this situation is kind of making it okay for girls to go to sports games and for guys like that, to your point, to go to concerts. Like, I think this is bigger than just them individually making money, just for like, you know, and to be on TV and have like a scene about them. Like, I think that this is like, to get to your point, you really got me thinking about that, to generate more cash flow at stadiums for sports games and get a different kind of audience, like not your usual sports guys. Now they're girlfriends. Like, I knew Travis Kelce from watching football, because I enjoy going to watch football on Sundays. But if you don't, now you're following the Taylor Swift thing. Maybe Chris, who's not interested in football, and I don't honestly know if you are or not, now she'll be like, all right, I'll go to the game because I'm following the situation. So I kind of think it's above that, even more so.
So you think there's bigger forces at play here?
Yeah, I don't think it's just about them individually, you know, making money, to be honest.
I agree, because she's making
making it comfortable for women to be able to ask questions about football now.
Yeah.
Because like someone like me, I'm super girly. Like I'm not going to sit there and be like, what's happening? I'm just going to go off and scroll on TikTok. But now I feel comfortable to be able to ask, like, who is that? What are they doing? Who are we betting on?
Yeah, which in turn makes more money because now the girlfriends are going to the games and now the boyfriends are going to the concerts because you got a super masculine guy like Travis going to a, Taylor Swift concert. Now it makes it okay. Because I'm sure a lot of guys will be like, I'm not going to Taylor Swift. That's, I'm not
now
doing
girls
that. It's not cool.
are looking for bookies and guys are listening to
And now
Taylor
you have
Swift.
more of an audience on both the music and the sports side.
Got it. What do you think, Sauce?
I think that I don't think they're actually together in like love in a sense. I think it's like a mutual beneficial relationship for the both of them, and like how she's talking about like Taylor Swift, she's the money's going to come in, the boyfriends are going to go to the concerts and want to make their girlfriends happy or whatever, and the girls are going to go to the sporting events now to go see him.
Haven't they been together for like 6 years? Is this the guy that she's been dating for 6 years?
They've been together for like 6 minutes.
She broke up with Joe, which was the guy she was with for 6 years, and and when she was with him, by the way, no one saw them. There was no paparazzi pictures or anything. If she wanted that, so I think that's the part that gets me is now all of a sudden.
Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
Was who?
Joe Alwyn.
It's like
Alwyn.
the dusty boyfriend effect.
That's the 6-year boyfriend is Joe Alwyn.
Yes.
Okay.
Got
They
Back
broke
up a second, because here's a list of Taylor's exes. Taylor Lautner from Twilight, Jake Gyllenhaal from The Movie Star, John Mayer, the guy who fucks everyone, Joe Jonas, who just recently divorced from Sophie Turner, Harry Styles, who I didn't even know was straight, but good for him, and Calvin Harris. So you're saying there's another guy?
Yeah, no, Joe Alwyn is her most recent one. He's the one that the whole Lover album was written off of, and anyways, we don't need to get into all that. But the whole point, yeah, I know. No, but the whole point of it is that I find it fascinating that now there's so much footage of it, like they're being seen in the car after the game, like them driving off together, that there's a whole bar he rented out, and there's camera footage of this now, and like paparazzi pictures, when before she was so private. So I think it's definitely about like money and boosting both of their network or
it's being pushed for sure.
Influence or whatever,
for sure.
So you guys are sniffing this thing out that there's a narrative here, okay? But apparently they're madly in love. What you don't think that these two lovebirds can just be doing their thing and madly in love, and whatever happens around them, you don't, Christy, you're in this world. You got fans. You know what's going on. You're an entertainer.
And so are they.
You don't think that they're in love?
No, definitely not. I think it's all for publicity and to make money.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Well, it's super possible that both of these things are occurring. Like, with respect, I now have 30 seconds of knowledge about their relationship. The reality is, like, unless you have a deep dive, so you respect you, okay? But other than that, it's like, it's super possible that both things are occurring. You start dating a guy who's in NFL or whatever. Sorry, I'm not a sports person. You guys both have massive audiences that can collaborate. Probably, perchance, a paparazzi photo skyrockets. The NFL is like, yo, girls have money too. And then you see a business opportunity. Like, are they madly in love? Is there like love being played up for the camera? Obviously, that's like how.
You're saying it wasn't set up though.
That's
like
how optics work. But like,
might have organically happened and they ran with it.
I just think like if you have 30
right.
seconds of knowledge about somebody's relationship, I think like the worst thing you can do is like weigh in very firmly about like the status of their interpersonal like dynamic. It's just, I don't know. It's like the
Like you're doing right now.
No, I think it's set up
nothing else to do on this stage
Goldie,
right now.
make some sense. Like we'll come back to the ladies. Make some sense. You're an educated dude. What do you think is happening
Look
here?
like her, I got 30 seconds of information, but to me, nobody gets to that level of success without having a huge strategic team behind them. So, I mean, and stage relationships have been going on forever. So I think it's probably staged.
I love that you said strategic team behind them. We'll get to that in a second. What's your thoughts?
I think Taylor Swift's whole brand is kind of like heartbroken songs and failed relationships and just the perpetual cycle of all the guys that she's dated. And she's 33 and she hasn't been married yet. And I think she was engaged before, right?
I don't think they were engaged,
so.
no.
Okay. Well, I really don't follow Taylor Swift that much, but I think that it just fits into her brand 100%, and it's 100% a strategic business move for her and for him.
Heartbroken songs, breakup songs.
That's what sells. That's what her core audience likes. That's what they consume, and that's what they will continue to consume.
Got it. Okay.
That's what sells. Her team knows it. She knows it.
What do you want to add to this?
I'm so optimistic. I just want to believe they're in love.
Some might call that naive, but I love that.
That's really
okay.
Maybe naive.
You've never heard of this situation, right?
No.
Angela?
No, I haven't.
As we're saying this, but you've heard of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, but you see, that's the thing. I'm not really easily influenced by media, and I do believe that media always try to make sense of any situation. And because they're both influencers, Taylor Swift more, the media always look for the ways of spreading rumors. So it's very hard, because if that was me, if I was her, with my personality, I couldn't care less whether the media is publishing everything about my relationship, as long as I'm happy. And if it benefits her and it benefits him at the same time, that's a plus for them. But I wouldn't go down the road to be like, this is all stage and, you know, they doing that just for the money or for anything else, because we don't know them personally. And I do believe that she's quite an honest person. Her life was always more private. Maybe something shifted now with him being in a picture, but I wouldn't make an opinion based on, 30 seconds saying that, no, this is stage and this is what's going on. Because I do believe that media influence a lot of people in a wrong ways, and that's why I don't follow media that much, and I'm not really influenced. I rather make opinions based on knowing person. If I would know her as, who she is on a daily basis, I would make my own opinion on the subject. But in this situation, I wouldn't.
What do you think, Nat?
I know that you're blasting. I'm a lover girl. Honestly, if you want to be honest, this was kind of built up because I'm not really a Taylor Swift follower. But I saw her. I think it was an award ceremony. She was just having a blast, the time of her life. I think she's in a phase of her life right now where she just wants to have fun and experiment. And I think maybe that her next phase is probably finding a man and getting married. So maybe this is the first one that's kind of breaking the ice. Hey, I'm looking for somebody. I'm going to a new chapter of my life. And if you want me to be honest, I think with her making that decision, if that's the decision she made, they're going to capitalize on it. Why wouldn't you capitalize on it?
And I have one more thing to add. Taylor Swift doesn't need the coverage. So it's why would she, maybe Travis Kelce does, but she's not benefiting. She's benefiting off of it, but she already had the billions beforehand.
You know what I love about you? Your innocence. Why would you? You've never been in this world.
You're
naive. You want to believe in love. Yeah. Why would a massive celebrity need coverage?
So if you like that clip, click right here to watch another, or if you want to watch the entire SOSCAST, click right here.